What is up, everybody? Thanks for checking out Hunt, Shoot, Live. Pumped about this episode. Got another rangefinder from a company I'd never heard of. This is the Hunter X laser rangefinder by Inkerma. This is a Chinese company. I was skeptical at first because this thing is tiny. I've already done the field review portion. I'll show you guys that. We're going to go to the field here in a minute. I actually filmed all of it in the field, and the wind was so terrible you couldn't really hear my intro, so I'm doing the intro here. But I was a little skeptical just because how dang tiny this thing is. Look at that. How tiny this is. This is the smallest rangefinder that I've seen. It's a quarter of the size of the rangefinder that I have, and a quarter of the price too. But super impressive little thing. So we'll take it to the field, and I'll show you all of that here just in a moment. But first, let's talk some of the specs. As you can see, it comes in this box. This is the 1000 model. Now, they also have an 800 model and a 1200 model. As you'll see from the field, that seems to be a pretty good representation of what it's going to do. This one spot on every time, caught 1,000 yards, sometimes a little bit more. So I would imagine the 800 is going to be limited to around 800 yards. The 1200 is going to get you to about 1,200 yards, maybe a little bit more. So that seemed to be pretty accurate. So this is the Hunter X 1000. It's got a 6x magnification. I don't like that about it. I hate that they start with such a heavy magnification. I've had that pet peeve with a few others that I've reviewed before, but that really is my only pet peeve with this one. I don't have a whole lot of others. Actually, I don't really have any pet peeves other than that one. I think there's a few functions on it that are kind of worthless, but it comes in this box, and it has your user manual in it there. It comes inside that box is this nice little case, zip case. And you can see that even it's really small. But you open that up, and it's got a carabiner and lanyard. You've got your USB-C charging port, and then a cleaning cloth. This does not have a removable battery, so you're going to take that USB-C charger, plug it right into the unit right there, and hook that into your computer or into the wall, and you're going to charge it that way. Now, I played with it for probably 30 minutes this morning whenever I was out filming, and the battery didn't even budge. I'd played with it just a little bit before that, and same thing, the battery didn't even come down, and I've not charged this since they sent it to me. So it seems to have a really good battery charge on it. But super simple function. You just hit the on button and it turns it on, and then if you want to cycle through the different modes, you hit the second button that's on the top. On button is also your range button. The second button cycles through the different modes. So now let's talk about the different modes on this thing. It has a golf mode on it. So I'm not a golfer, so I didn't understand some of the terminology there that they were explaining. The golf mode, you can mark your flag, or you can flag where the hole is, I guess, and then there's some things that you do with slope, and it helps you with your shot. This is the Hunter X model, though, man. I mean, my God, if you're going to buy this, you're probably a hunter. So that meant nothing to me. It has a height mode where you can range the top of something, range the bottom of something, and it gives you the height of that. It also has a angle compensating mode, or like a hunting mode, which would be the one that I would be using as a hunter, or a bow hunter specifically, because it takes into consideration your angle and gives you not only your line of sight distance, but then how much the slope is and what that difference in range estimation is for that. So that would be the one that I'm going to use as a hunter. You can do continuous scan, or just hit the button and do a single scan. And I like to, it had a little vibration confirmation. When you hit, and actually when it gives you the range, it actually vibrates a little bit. So that was a different kind of feature. I've not had that on any other rangefinders I've tried out, but this one does. When it actually gives you a range, it vibrates a little. And it has an auto shut off, so you don't have to turn it off like most rangefinders. You turn it on, you use it, and you just stick it back in your pocket. And that's it. So super simple function. Works just like they say it should. So let's take it into the field now, and let me show you what it actually is going to do. So caught out to 617 already. I was playing with this a little bit before it was really even daylight enough to see extremely well. and I caught like 1,000 some yards over here. So let's do that now. Spin around. Let's see if spun around here. I want to try to get up there in the corner, the far wood line, see what we can do. Yeah, didn't even have to think about it. 1,081 yards. Just blinked a few times and took it. This was out to 600. It was registered almost immediately. That, of course, you know, it took like 2 or 3 seconds, but boom, gave it to me. Let's get that again. Yeah, 1078. So I was hitting right in the same area. That's really, really great. A little inexpensive rangefinder that I can keep in my pocket can range out to over 1,000 yards. Let me get some more. I'm not sure if I can get further, but we'll try. 1,016 up here to the wood line. I got another hill even further back. I can kind of get off in the distance over that barn. It's even further, so let's try that. Dang, wow. I've caught 1,200 yards 2 different times coming in from that. So let me try one more time and see if that repeats itself. Yeah, so it's looking like you can really, really consistently get in the 1,000-yard range. And every now and again it was popping up 1,200, not consistently, but definitely 1,000 yards every time. Yeah, 1,000 yards every time, no problem. And the angle is working really well. The angle, which for hunting purposes is definitely going to be the one that I would want to use. You've got your main, gives you your main measurement on the top. For this application, which I'm angling uphill here, I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'm angling up this hill. So that's showing me that's an 11-degree angle, 360 degrees line of sight, and you would dial for 353 yards, which for a rifle that would be no adjustment at all. But so I guess that's a little more for even longer ranges. Like our 1,000-yard distance over here, that is an angle as well. Yeah, that is a 6.4 degree angle. It's saying it's 1,019 yards, and you would dial for 1,013 yards. So, well, again, so it's not too awfully much, but it's cool to have that feature on here, obviously as a hunter. And then if you're going to be bow hunting, that is really going to be useful because it will matter a whole lot more for that. So, super impressive. I'm pleasantly surprised with this little thing. My only pet peeve is that 6 power. I just don't like that. I don't like that 6 power, but man, how about that? Just a little bitty pocket, tiny, man. Let me show you the size of this compared to my iPhone. Like here's my iPhone in my hand. Look at that. Look at that. That's awesome, man. That is so small. I think back in the day when I first bought rangefinders, I paid $250 for mine, and it would hardly range 300 yards. And this one is very, very inexpensive, and it's ranging 1,000 yards, no problem, just over and over. Now, as always, you know, the longevity of the thing, I can't speak to that. I'm not sure. The battery life on it, I've been playing with it out here, and it's cold. You know, it's 35, 40 degrees this morning. I've been playing with it for an hour or so, and doesn't even show the batteries came down any at all. But long-term use, I don't know. I've not used it long-term, but so far so good. Impressive little unit. We'll Guys, I'm pleasantly surprised with this thing. I keep getting blown away by some of these foreign companies that are making some of these inexpensive rangefinders and some of the other objects that, or some of the other items that they've sent me over the years. They're doing a pretty good job making some inexpensive stuff, and what I've kept, is a lot of it lasts well. So the Inkerma. I wish somebody from these Chinese companies would maybe consult someone from America before determining the names. Which Hunter X, that's a great name for their rangefinder, but Inkerma, I don't know. I just don't feel like that connects to the American audience, and they do that with a lot of these companies. The name is just so odd, but it's okay, whatever. Inkerma, super affordable rangefinder. I'll put a link to this in the video description for you guys to follow that and check it out and purchase it if you want to. But I mean, this is really great. I'm probably going to keep this thing, and this would be a great rangefinder for my son is getting old enough now. If you guys follow the channel, he's killed several deer and things like that, so it's probably going to be an excellent rangefinder for me to give to him to use. So you guys check them out. Follow the link in the description and look at some of their other products as well. Like I said, they've got the if this one ranges to, I mean, this is very true to what they said. This is the X1000, and it absolutely catches 1,000 yards every single time without question. Boom, there it did it again, 1,017 yards. So that it does exactly what it says, and every now and again I could get it to do the 1,200 yards. So I'm assuming their 1,200 yard version is going to get you 1,200 yards and probably just a little bit more. So good job, Inkerma. Pretty good rangefinder here, except the 6x. I hate that. I wish it was 3x or 4x. I can't stand a little tiny small view 6-power, but that's my only pet peeve with this thing. Appreciate you guys for checking out Hunt, Shoot, Live. Check out all of our other playlists and videos. We got all kinds of hunts and product reviews and shooting guns and all kinds of stuff on the channel. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Be a part of the Hunt, Shoot, Live team. Appreciate you. God bless you. We'll catch you next time.